It's all about the bass again.
It is! It must be a Tuesday, because it's all about the bass on Andertons TV with me, Lee.
And me, Nathan.
And we're going all Scandinavian on you this weekend, aren't we? If it's not from Finland or somewhere else, Norway or whatever, no. But
That's
this
in
is from
Scandinavia.
Sweden.
Yes!
Yes. EBS bass gear, been around making bass stuff since 1988. What else happened in 1988, Nath? What were you doing in 1988?
I would have turned 18 in 1988, so I could, have my first drink.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What was in the charts in 1988? I was 16 at the time.
I don't know, some 80s music, I suppose.
Well, you would think, as that was in the 80s. Had anything good happened by 1988?
In what way?
Just generally. Who was in charge? Was Thatcher destroying the miners, or was that earlier in the 80s?
No, it was earlier, I think.
Yeah,
I think the Tories were still in, but on the way out, I don't know.
Anyway, so there we go. EBS, 1988 is when they started.
Yeah.
They have a whole range of bass products, and they are kind of known for bass amps that are natural and open sounding and allow the kind of the character of the musician and the instrument to come through.
Well,
there you go. At least that's what they say on their website. Magni 500 is a relatively new range of amps for them. They are small,
very small,
and loud, with nice, nice features, a nice kind of power to weight ratio.
It's not heavy. Have you picked it up? Go on, pick it up. Not from there. I'll go around.
No, I won't be able to do it like that.
You'll hurt yourself.
I'm probably plugged in. Let's have a little look.
I was surprised at how light it was.
Stop looking at my bottom. If I move it, though, the microphone man will shout at me.
You'll be all right. See, that's not heavy, is it?
I don't know. I might have to see a
chiropractor
therapist after that. But no, it's. I mean, it's not light, is it? It's not like.
I think it's light.
Yeah, it's sort of.
Bear in mind, it's got
borderline on that sort of reassuringly heavy but manageably light. He says, covering every possible thing it could be. So there are two versions of this. There's a 2x10 with a tweeter, which is what we're listening to today, and there's a 1x15 version of this. There is a huge, which we'll have to get a sweep of later. There is an enormous hole on the back of this cabinet, a bass port. They are ported front and back, so you're getting a lot of bass coming out of this cabinet in every direction. The hole on the back of this is literally about this big. You fit your head in it. Not sure I'd recommend.
Lee will be demonstrating that.
Yeah, probably wouldn't recommend.
In a minute.
500 watts, obviously, and we'll set you back about 750 for the 210 and about 700 for the 115. So where does that put it? Sort of upper mid-range? Mid-range?
No, the mid-range, I think. As a combo, yeah.
Hopefully you can see on overhead cam the knobs and buttons that are on the top. So there is a gain control, a built-in sort of automatic compressor. They don't call it EQ, they call it filter, but essentially
EQ on and off.
EQ on and off thing.
In and out.
Then you've got your EQ, pre-shape, they call character, and that's it. On the back you've got your ground balanced DI output with a ground lift and the option to have either pre or post EQ sent to your DI. So simple, isn't it? So really, we should just be able to just focus really on the tone of this and what we like. But
yeah, I think there's a headphone out on it too, if you want to use it for practicing. And there's like a line out, which is just a jack out.
It reminds me of when you see kind of expensive PA cabinets that are This is a paint, isn't it? It's like a textured paint finish rather than
Yeah,
a
I know what you mean.
Tolex.
Yes, it's what you get on the nice Martin PA stuff.
It's
Isn't it?
exactly that, and I think it kind of means that it'll take a few knocks without any of the sort of, because there's no Tolex on it, it doesn't sort of mark up or tear or anything like that. I like it. I like it. Nothing else really clever about it. There's no sort of kick back. You can't sort of angle it backwards or anything like that. It's definitely fan cooled because I can hear one. Let's get some tones. Let's start with everything at 12 o'clock and no character whatsoever. So play something bland.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I can manage that. Right then. Not E. Not A. Something else. F sharp.
That's trouser flapping.
It's quite nice, isn't it? It's kind of punchy there.
Might even turn the volume down a bit. We're only on a quarter.
Lee.
You want to go loud, do you?
No,
Sorry?
no,
All right.
it's fine.
It was just, it was
delicate.
It was loud. I don't know. Again, I'll leave it to our wonderful editing team to tell you whether you're hearing the DI output from the back or the microphone that we've got in front, or a combination of the two, perhaps.
Yeah.
So we'll put the character button in.
Okay, so that's your classic sort of smiley face.
Smiley face, yeah.
Tits and ass, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, Mum. So immediately you get the bottom end, the top end bright. It's quite loud, actually, isn't it?
I literally think that my kidneys have just found a resonant frequency. Seriously,
it's
just
the
went right
brown
through
sound.
It's like,
Lee's evacuated himself.
no, it wasn't a bowel movement; it was a kidney.
I'll turn it down a bit.
It's really.
It's on like
I know.
between 1 and 2.
It's just loud.
That's good though. I like loud.
So keep playing, and I'll turn character on and off while you're playing. I quite like that. On a lot of amplifiers, they have like the pre-shape, and they have a word for it or whatever. It's like you can never really use the amp without the pre-shape because it just sounds crap unless you put the thing in, then it sounds good. This, I think, actually just got 2 usable sounds. So anyway, gain with a helpful peak indicator light. So if you're driving the preamp a little too hard, it'll light up and warn you. Compressor. Let's turn this about halfway up, and again you'll see from the little light when it's coming in. And EBS used this thing called soft clip technology, which is designed to keep the tone nice and warm and soft and natural and pleasant to listen to, even when you're driving the amplifier quite hard. And it's also designed as well to sort of
that is good, because so many compressors, they just suck all the tone out,
Yeah.
All the bottom end goes and it's just all squashed and horrible. So
well, let's see what happens with this one and hope it doesn't. So here we go. I mean, you can hear that super compressed at the end there, but it still had a nice tone to it and all the warmth of the bottom end there. At least that's what I think. What do you think?
I've got a lovely warm bottom.
Good. Right, I'll leave the compressor kind of maybe...
turn it off.
Turn it all the way off. All right.
I hate compressors.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, actually.
I'm surprised, because
just me.
What is that? Is that because you like to have as
It's
wide
all
a
here.
dynamic
It's all
range?
here.
Yeah.
I'll compress it myself.
Fair enough. Good for you.
No,
Right, I'll put the EQ control in, and now we'll start fiddling around with some EQ whilst Nathan plays something appropriate. That's odd. It's almost like, even with the EQ flat, just turning the filter active on and off boosts it a bit.
Does it?
Yeah, listen. Oh, that's without.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That do you know why? That's the bright. That's what that is.
Oh, I see. You think...
Because the bright starts at nothing.
I see.
I reckon if we do
Okay,
that
try
now...
it. Not just a pretty face, is he? Okay, so I shall start adjusting the EQ. Here we go. You need to be in here, but like everything's going blah, 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 blah. It's like
so dramatic, honestly.
Do you not think so? I was watching all the plectrums and the lights about to fall off the shelf there as you sort of carried on. It's got plenty of bass. I suspect that this cabinet will not be able to handle much. If we pushed the volume and then started to dial in some bass, it sort of feels. Although, Mr. Soundman, let's just, to satisfy my own curiosity, let's just go loud, or louder anyway, and then see if it can handle the bass. Because, the chaps at EBS might be watching this video going, no, it can do it. So, let's find out. Let's find out! That should be our catchy new catchphrase, shouldn't it? Let's find out!
I like it. Let's keep it
in. So every time, what do you think the character button does? Let's find out!
Right, here we go then. Loud, are you ready?
Yeah, it's loud. Well, in fairness, it's like making your feet go funny as well. Put your foot on that floorboard about there and then do one of those. Yeah. Okay, I take it back. We went to half volume there. We drove the bass a bit, and it was okay. It was fine. Right. It's just fripping loud.
Loud is good.
That's it. I'm kind of guessing really now would be the appropriate time to dial in a sound that we both like. Find a cheesy keyboard loop.
Well, I think it would be rude not to.
Yeah, it would be.
Quite frankly.
Let's find out. So there you have it, the Magni 500, quite possibly the finest thing to come out of Sweden since IKEA's meatballs. And there we go. I'll put a link in the description below where you can find out a little bit more about this and its baby brother, the 1x15. Hope you liked it. Thank you so much again to Nathan for coming in, being spectacular on the bass.
Oh, you've changed your tune.
I never say that, do I?
No, you normally say terrible line.
I know, it's a Christmas present for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Are we doing more of these before Christmas?
Yeah, we are actually.
We shall.
Couple of weeks
okay,
time.
A couple of weeks' time, we will make sure that
we'll
dresses
special.
up as an elf or a snowman or something like that.
Yeah, I'll get a Santa hat maybe.
I've already been there. I've been there.
Oh, have you?
Anyway, so if you'd like to see Nathan dressed up as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or some other Christmassy thing, subscribe! by pressing the button that says subscribe on it. Anyway, if you've ever seen a Danish man wearing a reindeer's head,
that's quite something to behold.
It's frightening. Anyway, there we go. Do they have reindeers in Sweden?
Probably elk, I think.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Elk!
Elk!
Bye.